All right, picking up where we left off. Black and white. And then we'll move on. Let's try keeping this one in color. That's good enough. Black and white that. Black and white. I try to not deliver all dancing photos in black and white. Definitely not. I like to have a variety of color in black and white, so I'll keep this one in color. Same with this one. Just doing a little straightening on these. I'm gonna keep that one, but I'll black and white it. Don't know what's going on, but I'll definitely keep it. Black and white, more focus on his face here. His face is getting pretty pink. So if we go down here to the hue of orange and go one click right, I think I'm going to keep it like that. And just that minor adjustment, I'm going to go, it's only 27 more photos right there, so I'll resync those. It's a little out of focus on him, more focused on her. We'll keep it. Black and white, this might look okay. Yeah, it's artsy, fartsy, it's fine. Gonna delete that. That's a good moment, I'll black and white that. Gonna delete that. Mother of the bride, we'll keep that in color, looks nice. Looks nice. That's nothing, we'll delete that. Mother and son, having fun. Great shot, we'll keep that. Keep that. That's good. Might as well black and white one, I got a lot. Delete that. Some random guests dancing. We'll just keep some of those. Gonna delete that. Gonna delete these last 3 photos here. We'll keep that. This is when they've turned off almost, I believe, all the marquee lights, so it's starting to get a lot darker now. ISO 4000, 1.4, 1/60th of a second. So we're really pushing our settings on these now. Again, I'm not too worried about pushing settings during dancing. A little grain from ISO usually looks great. So just push some of these settings. Exposure up. Black and white will look great on all of these. Exposure up. We'll go ahead and try and black and white this one. Probably look better in color, but we'll just leave that. We got this one. We'll put this one in color. Color temperature has changed, so now we'll go down to orange and move it to the left. Add a little bit more red in the skin tones. And, well, that's the last photo until we get back to flash stuff here. Okay, so white balance got jacked on these two. We'll just go here, click flash, and then make our adjustments we want for flash photos. That's a good start. So we'll just go ahead and go all the way to here and sync. These photos will look great in black and white as well. The light streaks look awesome. Just doesn't just so you can see what it looked like. Here's a black and white version of it. Exposure kick down. I think I'll probably just keep it black and white. It looks nice. Keep it a little tilted. I'm okay with that. And just a little exposure up on this. Keeping the tilts. That's fine. Funny faces. We'll black and white this. Kind of funny. Reminds me of Halloween. We'll paste from before. Faces are getting just real creepy, but I think they'll probably laugh at this photo, so I'll just keep it. Black and white again, exposure down. Bet you they were probably listening to like Michael Jackson, Thriller or something, I don't know. Gonna delete that. Delete that, because he's just looking a little crazy. We'll keep that, push exposure. Gonna delete that. Exposure up on that one. That looks pretty good. I think I'll just keep it like that. Also would look good in black and white. Looks like I'll do this one in black and white. And straighten it out a little bit. Copy those settings. Keep that. Exposure up. Let's try black and white. Bring the exposure up a little bit. Paste from before. Delete. Delete. Gonna delete. I'll black and white it. Again, crazy faces, but they will probably find it humorous in some way. I don't know. It was a fun group, so we'll just keep it. I'm going to go down here, saturation of orange, and kick it up. I just want a little bit more orange in the faces. Because I did that, I'm going to go ahead and just resync. Keep that. Exposure up just a touch. Black and white. I'm going to black and white this. Copy from before, a little black and white too. I'm going to go back and delete this actually. Her eye was a little half closed. A little blurry. I'm going to get rid of that. It's blurry too, but I'll black and white it and keep it. I'm going to delete that. Black and white. Exposure up. Touch warmer just on this shot. Okay. Delete. Black and white. Focus on the bride for a little bit here. Trying to get some shots. I'll delete that. Black and white. A lot of crazy light streaks there. That doesn't really look like really anything, so I'm going to go back and I'll probably just delete that. Black and white. Keep this in color. Color. Color, just a little bit down on exposure is all I'm really doing. It's kind of some cool light streaks there. That's what I'm always kind of aiming for, is like that. And if I was gelling my flash, I could have changed the color of those light streaks, but forgot to bring my gels. So orange is what I got. I'm going to black and white. No, I'm going to delete. Delete. And delete that too. We'll keep that and just kick exposure down. Delete that one. Black and white. Delete that. A little down on exposure, I'll keep that. That's a black and white if I ever saw it. Delete that. I'm going to black and white this. We got just so many colors going on here. So, yeah. Delete that. He looks worried. Black and white. Nothing happening here. Going to delete it. My goal is to get under 1,000 photos. We're at 1,021. Almost there. Black and white. Keep that in color. Delete that. Black and white. A lot of dancing photos. This is where how my set got so big, just picking way too many dancing shots. But that's no big deal. Black and white, exposure up. Okay, now we're on to, looks like bokeh toss. And we'll go ahead and auto white balance this. Exposure down. I believe here, if we go here, I already had kind of a general white balance. So let's just copy that. Go back, paste. Exposure down. The lighting is a lot different now, so I'm going to go a little on the green side and warm it up. I'll go back to that magenta. Copy that. This was my shot. I underexposed it by a lot, but I think it can be saved. The power of these cameras, as you can see, I'm pushing it 4 stops. I'm going to black and white it and do this. Oops. Gonna go over here. Select my black and white. How about that? It looks pretty nice, yeah? And we'll just push it 5 stops. Get rid of some of these blacks here. And then I'm going to grab my I mean, it's not terrible. It's 5 stops. Pretty good for a camera. Pasted my settings from that first shot. And then just bring exposure down. And then we'll go back to my shot that I messed up. Thank you, Kat, for getting that shot. We'll paste these settings. Yeah, and I believe if we go down here, we can always, I got a lot of grain added too, but I'll just keep it because all that grain's coming from pushing it 5 stops. Definitely, definitely a mistake I made. If we go down here to orange, we can push the brightness of that up in black and white, and that's going to brighten up skin tone. So we'll go back 2 shots and just do that too. There we go. That's good enough. Copy from before. Copy from before. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. We'll go back to cat shot, copy her settings again. And then go right here. I'm going to delete this shot, actually. I got already a bunch of her, so. And then I started pushing my settings up again, finally, getting them in the correct spot. So we'll just push my settings, make it a touch warmer, a little brighter. There we go. Copy from before. Delete that. Exposure down. Straighten. Exposure down just a click. And then we're on to the boutonniere toss, I believe. Exposure up. I'm going to go down here to orange and move it to the right just to get a little bit of that red out of their skin. I'll go down here and copy the settings. Exposure down. You can see me in the corner there. Exposure down. My shot still has a lot of magenta. Maybe we'll try kicking tint over. That's too much, so maybe we'll go -6. Copy those settings. Exposure down. Paste. Paste my settings. Bring the exposure down. Paste from before. Paste from before again. There's the guy who caught it. Looks like it didn't go far. Bring that exposure down. Exposure down. Okay, so now we're on to the getaway. And I already edited this shot a while ago. So I'm going to copy my settings. And I don't need all of these, but we'll probably keep them. Paste my settings. All the way to just the shot we edited. Sync them. Okay, and then we'll just push exposure for a little of these. Paste from before. Straighten that up. Okay, I think that's straight. Exposure up. Now they're getting into the good light of the sparklers. I was shooting, okay, now we're on cat shot here, whoops. Go ahead and straighten that up. Cat shot was great. Yeah, cool shot. I'm going to warm it up just a touch. Copy those settings. Paste from before. Yeah, it's a cool shot. I think I'm going to delete this because I have that shot and one more after that that I liked. So I'm going to delete this. I'll keep that. Here's Cat's shot. I'll paste her settings from a couple shots before. Yeah, that looks beautiful. That's a great, wow. That's a pretty good shot. And then we got this shot, which is my favorite. They're both in focus. Yeah, that's great. Okay. And then last couple shots. We'll copy these settings, paste them. Exposure down a little bit. And then it looks like they left, so now we're just doing some shots of the folks holding sparklers. So we'll just bring exposure down a little bit now. And then just sync all these real quick just so we can kind of get through them. Shot of a sparkler, that looks good. Cool. Exposure up. Temperature down. Okay, and we'll resync. Some more focus on the sparkler. We'll keep that. Exposure down. It's nice light. ISO 3200, 35, 1.4, 1/200th of a second. It's beautiful light. Amazing what a sparkler will do, huh? Okay, you already got a shot, so I'm going to delete that one. Exposure down. Going to delete that. Bring that exposure down. Already have one, so we'll delete that. Looks out of focus, so I'm going to delete that. Exposure down, we'll keep it. Exposure down just a touch. And that's the last shot, I believe. And I'm going to end the set with probably the photo of Green Villa, the location, the venue. So I'm going to delete that. And that's it. We're done with the set. Wow. So we got to 1,012 photos. I could probably go through it one more time if I needed to and get rid of a lot more. But yeah, that's how it. That's my workflow in several videos. You can see. Obviously, I don't take that long. I'm just taking that long because I got to show you guys. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. It means so much that you support me. If you like this series, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Hit the thumbs up. Share it. Subscribe. And then stay tuned. We're still doing more parts on this series. Next, we're going to be doing exporting, how I export it, deliver it to the couple, how I upload to a website, what website I prefer, and then printing, what I prefer for printing, delivering to the couple, and all that fun stuff. So it's kind of like the whole package deal. How do we take the photos and then get them to the couple? So guys, thanks so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up, leave a comment. See ya.